Nah, and thankfully I haven't been put in that other than the situation I talked about.
Hmm.
I haven't really been put in that situation. And the women that are in my life, they're very respectful. And
Yeah.
a lot of times they gonna side with her before they side with me. So if I call them and be like, hey, this situation, I'm like, you wrong as fuck, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because most of my friends are what's the like how I say a man's man?
Hmm.
What's that for women?
Girls, girl. That's what people say.
The girls girl. Okay, so they're
Hmm.
they're girls. So
Yeah.
if I am out here dirtbagging my chick or you know cheating or whatever, they're not gonna go for that.
Right.
Because it's like, no, I'm not condoning you acting that way. You're not going to do that to her because I've had it done to me.
Hmm.
And a lot of them is like, what other like being your friend if I tolerate you being that way?
Yeah. I have another ex who used to always say, yeah, because you got your spies out here. He was talking about his female friends who, anytime he was, they would talk to him, they would ask about me. How's Shantae doing? You better not be messing up, those type of
Yeah.
type of things. Yeah.
My ex-wife had I think I told the story on the show before. She had a good Judy. Yeah.
Hmm.
And for those who don't know, good Judy is like a gay guy that's your friend, right?
Hmm.
And they would go out together. I didn't care because I wasn't one. I've never been a really club person a whole bunch, but they would go out together, and she would always say, "This is not his name, but I'm gonna call him Trent." She said, "Trent is your advocate," and I was like, "What you mean?" She was like, "Dudes come up to me, and he'd be like, I'm the only man that she could be around that's not her husband." He was like, dude, because she's a very attractive lady. Dudes would come up and he was straight, hey, no, no, no. So I was like, man, I appreciate Trent, man. Trent's a good dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing them games. Now, it's too bad. Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Yes. Leave that alone.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm about to go there, but I ain't like that. I ain't gonna say that. But all right, Tay, you got a would you or wouldn't you?
I do.
Okay.
I
Good, because I don't.
Okay. I think I feel like I may have asked this before, but I don't remember. So I'm gonna ask it anyway. Skinny dipping. Would you or wouldn't you?
Yes, and I have.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm what's called a naturist. Most people would call it a nudist, but the group that I was associated with, Black Naturist Association, naturist, nudist is synonymous, right? And when I went to the first event, because we did like a trip, and I didn't know anybody on the trip. It was just people who were signing up that wanted to get acquainted with the naturist lifestyle. So they started a Facebook group, and they were kind of, doing FAQs, kind of giving tips. And the one thing that they said was, hey, when you're nervous and you want to kind of get, accustomed to being naked in front of strangers, just take your clothes off and jump in the pool. Take clothes off, jump in the pool, and eventually, you'll kind of get over it. And they were like, for women, they said just go topless. Start off with your bottoms on, topless dudes, just take it off and jump in. And that's exactly what I did. And it was a good way to kind of get over that fear, that anxiety of being naked in front of other people.
Hmm.
And it was crazy though, because like when we met up, they picked us up from the airport. It's an all black group. And I'm in the van with the different people, and of course we're clothed or whatever. We were in Orlando. And in my van was two fine ass sisters. So we get to the house, and everybody's putting their bags up in different rooms and all that other stuff. And I go to the kitchen, and one of the fine ass sisters, she looked at me, she said, "So when you gonna drop them drawers?" And I was like, "Oh, say less." Right. But I was still nervous. So I had
Hmm.
like my little beach towel and I went skinny dip, and we hung out in the pool for a couple of hours, butt naked. And then for the rest of the weekend, it was clothing optional. And the only time we had on clothes was when we left the premises and we made sure that we covered up when you eat. Like
Yeah.
guys covered up with an 8 or whatever. But yeah, I've done it. I would do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I have done it. And but for well, yeah, for me it would depend on the people around and the type of atmosphere. So my situation happened at a swingers party. So like-minded people, and it was the beginning of the party, so they were just trying to get people like to get comfortable and stuff. So it was an icebreaker thing. I think I was there to do it during the game or something. And yeah. And like you said, once you do it, you're comfortable and it is what it is after that.
We got to get somebody from that lifestyle on the show to talk about it. Because the thing about it is, when I tell people that, I'm a naturist, I haven't done it in a while, but I don't have a problem doing it again.
Hmm.
Uh, they automatically think it's a swingers thing.
Right.
So just because we're nude around each other doesn't mean that we're a orgy, everybody's fucking or whatever.
Right. Right.
For me, it was about because I was in a real dark phase in my life at one point. And for me, it was about overcoming fear and anxiety and making myself more powerful. Because I figured, like, if I could be nude in front of strangers, can't nothing stop me. Right.
Yeah.
And you realize most of the people there's some people there for sex, right?
Hmm.
Most of the people there, they all in their head and they worried about how they look or whatever. They ain't really worried about what you got.
True. True.
They just not.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't it ain't for everybody, but yeah, I've definitely done it. Yeah, we gotta get somebody like that on the show to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Go more in depth. So no, but I ain't never now I've been to swingers parties, but
Yeah.
wasn't no pool, wasn't no taser at them highfalutin Playboy Mansion swingers parties. I was in the little scuzzy I was at the trap.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've done it at the trap too, but
Yeah.
but the party that I was actually thinking of, because I forgot about the trap, but the party I was thinking of, the woman whose birthday party it was, she's definitely one of the snooty, uppity
Yeah. Ain't
type.
nothing wrong with that. You know
No,
what
ain't
I'm saying?
nothing wrong with that because she was cool as hell, but yeah.
She's one of them our kind of people swingers. You get
Outside
about
of the
like
lifestyle, yes, she
yeah.
definitely is. Yes.
That reminds me of that Martin episode when Martin showed up to the party and was swingers. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, tell me they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment.
Yep. And make sure you go to our website, www.conversateafterdark.com. You can check out the past episodes. Make sure you tell a friend. We'll holler at you next time. Peace.
Bye.